Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in internet world. Welcome, welcome to another edition of Golden Independence. Yep, today is December 22nd, 2024. Bitcoin is currently trading at 95,000 approximately, and $1 can get you approximately over 1,000 Satoshis. Isn't that lovely? That's right. We're back to 1,000 Satoshis for $1. This is your opportunity to accumulate or to position yourself for generational wealth of that of the Fords, of that of the Carnegies, of that of the Rockefellers, all of those who have generational wealth. If you take into consideration whoever you think is getting passive income on a perpetual level, right? Yes, this is what Bitcoin, the opportunity of Bitcoin represents, ladies and gentlemen. It represents that level of freedom. And what better way to acquire Satoshis than by, of course, dollar cost averaging, because we dollar cost averaging. And people, and there are some apps whereby you can acquire Satoshis, whether it's monthly, weekly, or daily, or even hourly. You can acquire Satoshis even hourly, ladies and gentlemen. There are apps that allow you to do these things. Now, I would say this: the difference between doing something dollar cost averaging in and getting involved in an opportunity like BitHarvest is that every day we are getting Satoshis, and Satoshis for free, right? Yes, see? Douglas Lindsay, wonderful. Congratulations on you buying Satoshis every day. And I find that quite interesting. Right after I just said that we at BitHarvest, we are getting Satoshis for free, right? Not only getting Satoshis for free, but we're able to pay ourselves as well. We're paying ourselves. We're paying ourselves first, and it's savings. Let me explain. When you acquire a BitBooster, that one-time payment, right? You get involved. That's $100 worth of crypto, and you acquire a BitBooster one time. Your Satoshis build up. Once your Satoshis build up to the price point of 100, right? When you have $100 worth of Bitcoin, guess what? You've made your money back, right? And then every day thereon after, you're still getting Satoshis. So that means we're getting Satoshis for free, Douglas Lindsay. Wouldn't you like to get Satoshis every day for free versus where you're buying Satoshis? See, that's what we call using your own efforts. We at BitHarvest are using the efforts of machines. See, we recruit the machine, the BitBooster. It does all the heavy lifting. So it may slip my mind one day to actually purchase Satoshis, right? or I may not have enough in my account to purchase Satoshis, right? There may come a time, Douglas Lindsay, where you may not be able to acquire Satoshis from your account because of an emergency. What then? That problem is solved with BitHarvest, because BitHarvest, you're mining Satoshis, thousands upon thousands of Satoshis per day. Per day. And we're getting it from the network. Why? Because we invested early. In the future, people are going to be working for Satoshis, right? So even the privilege to purchase Satoshis is going to diminish, Douglas Lindsay. You're not going to be able to purchase. That's, enjoy it. Enjoy while you can. Enjoy purchase Satoshis while you can. Whoever you are out there in the internet world, enjoy it, because it's not going to last forever. But guess what? Mining Satoshis is. And if you're in the mining space right now, you have a huge advantage, right? A huge advantage. We even have an advantage over companies like MicroStrategy, because think of all the intricate things and the high level financial instrumentation, flotation that's got to happen just for MicroStrategy to do what they do. And yes, they're getting thousands upon thousands of Bitcoin, whole Bitcoin. They're wiping up tens of thousands of Bitcoin off the table every week, one company. And soon there are going to be nation states that are going to turn on their money printers and buy up all whole Bitcoins, thousands upon thousands of whole Bitcoin that they can. Where does that leave the individuals like you, like me? Well, individuals like myself, when there's no more Bitcoin to be bought because companies and nations and cities and counties have them for their strategic reserve plan, the only other way that you'll be able to acquire Satoshis for yourself is through mining. What mining opportunities are out there that are better than BitHarvest from a financial standpoint? Just from a financial standpoint. And I'm here to present and quite possibly debate as to BitHarvest being the #1 option for mining Satoshis moving forward, and encouraging people to grow their mining farms through BitHarvest. One BitBooster. And guess what? It's numbers. It's numbers. The freedom that we have is by numbers, because one BitBooster gets you $4 a day. And we're circling around 100,000. We're already circling around 100,000. So that means when we go up 10x, when we go to 1 million next year, ladies and gentlemen. So when we go to 1 million next year, and if you only have one full BitBooster, which is the price of $1,000 worth of crypto, one time purchase, right? You acquire the income producing asset one time, and then that asset does the rest of the work for you. The asset does the rest of the work for you. And then you start getting Satoshis for free. But watch this. Watch this. When we reach 1 million, the $4 a day turns into $40 a day. When Bitcoin goes to 1 million, the $4 a day goes to $40 a day. Watch this. That's one BitBooster. Now let's say, you stacked up the $4, right? 4 times 30, that's 120. Now let's just say, for the sake of argument, if you was to start now, right? If you was to start now and you got one full BitBooster, pay attention to this. This is crucial, because we'll talk about numbers now. We'll talk about numbers. And whoever's on her and you're still her, that means you want to learn. You want to drop off, you're a troll. And you're a hater. So watch this. If you stack up 4 months, right, before the million, see, 2 dropped off because 2 already know where I'm going with it. Those are the haters, the trolls. So you go 4 months, right? That means we already set the number of what you're getting a month, right? 4 times 30, right? Okay, well, let's keep it all the way. Let's keep that low figure. It's $100 a month, right? 4 months is 400. This is before. This will be before we go to a million. So 4 months put us up into April. You've racked up $400, right? Now, if Bitcoin goes, now remember, each month that goes is 100, right? So let's say Bitcoin goes, this is, worst case scenario, right? Bitcoin goes to a million in November of 2025. Yes, Bitcoin goes to November at 2025. Yeah, see, I can always tell people are left because they don't want to hear it. But I'm going there. Or maybe they already know and they're signing up for the maybe the people that left are now signing up to the BitHarvest account because they know where I'm going with it. Because we're talking about time here. We're talking about time. And every day that goes by where you do not get involved with BitHarvest, that's how much money you're leaving on the table. See, the people who just left, yeah, they already calculated it. Intelligent people. Congratulations to those who have signed up. Welcome to the team. But I digress. I'm going to keep it going. So you stack up 400 and then, okay, so that means by the time we get to October, November, y'all got what? 1,000, 1,100. Y'all got close to 1,100 in Satoshis, Bitcoin. Now let's say on the month of December, it goes to a million. Your 1,100 now turns into 11,000. It turns into 11,000. What do we do from there? Do we take the 11,000 and buy a Rolex? No. What we do is we buy 10 full boosters. Why? Because now when we buy 10 full boosters from the system, utilizing the system, not coming out of our pocket. Well, not coming out of our pocket, from the system, right? We get 10, we get 9 more boosters because we already got 1 full booster. So we add 9 more boosters so that we get 10 boosters. And if each booster is now going to be producing $40 worth of Satoshis, but it's the same amount of Satoshis. It's the same amount of Satoshis, ladies and gentlemen. But now this is the hypothetical. When we go into a million, the same amount of Satoshis are going to be valued at $40 when it reaches a million. So therefore, when we now convert or acquire the 9 more boosters to bring it to 10 boosters, to bring our account to 10 boosters, the $40 turns into $400 per day. So now we'll be mining $400 worth of Satoshis per day, ladies and gentlemen. 400. worth of Satoshis per day. Now we do that math, right? When we do that math, the 400 times 7, that's 28. Yeah? And then what's the 28 times 4? You see? You see the 28 times 4? That's over 11 grand right there. That's over 11,000 right there in 1 month. Look how fast that changed, and look how fast of the come up of the wealth when you convert, right? Look what happens when you convert the value of the asset. The asset, look what happens when you convert the asset into an income producing asset. It's kind of like the equivalent of a penny doubling, right? It's like that when you double a penny every day. Well, watch this. Look how long it took you to get to 11,000. It took like from one booster. So one booster will give you 11,000 after 1 month. But when you get 10 boosters, right, from the very same network, this is why it's important that we even have this information, that we know what's going on, because we could position ourselves to even gain that wealth back. So you may say, oh man, I gotta wait a whole year just to get my $1,000 back. But when that change happens, and now your 11,000 turns, your 1,100 turns to 11,000. When it becomes a million, when Bitcoin goes to 1 million, right? And if you don't spend the cash, but you convert it into an income producing asset by acquiring the BitBooster, look at the short period of time you get back the 11,000. You get the 11,000 back in 30 days. That's the power. That's the power of holding of assets and income producing assets. It's like a multiplier. It's an exponential multiplier. This is math, baby. This is math. $400 a day. And if you used to get another 10 boosters, right? That's 4,000 a day. But that's when Bitcoin, now we could do that when Bitcoin goes to 10 million. Right? So when Bitcoin goes to 10 million, we'll be receiving with our 10 boosters 4,000 a day. When Bitcoin goes to 10 million with the same 10 boosters, because the value will go from 400 a day with the same 10 boosters to 4,000 a day with just 10 boosters. But if you got another 10 boosters, that 4,000 becomes 40,000. The same 10,000 becomes 40,000. When you add that multiplier, when you increase things by 10, it's an income producing asset. Is this opportunity started to make sense to you, ladies and gentlemen? Is it started to make sense? How you see what I'm talking about when it comes to the vitamin B? We gotta be Satoshi. We gotta have that mindset. We gotta be open. What are you doing? No, I'm not gonna be playing around with Solana, Ethereum. Ain't no Ethereum opportunity that's gonna have the impact. Not even staking 32 ETH. It's not gonna have the wealth impact of BitHarvest. That's financial freedom. Listen, we have the ability to free ourselves from the rat race, from this draconian system set up We have that ability right here, right now, by positioning ourselves, partnering ourselves with BitHarvest, because that's going to be the future. The future is going to be that. I mean, that's what these VCs are doing now. All the VCs are going into mining, whatever mining opportunity there is, and BitHarvest is positioning itself and collaborating with other miners, with other people who are mining in the space. BitHarvest is going to be around for a very long time, because if you understand what Bitcoin is, you understand BitHarvest. BitHarvest is a no-brainer. Once you understand what Bitcoin is, what it does, the systems, the networks, yada, 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 you know that BitHarvest is an addition to that. And if you're someone who believes, if you're a Bitcoiner, if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, then you should be a part of BitHarvest, because BitHarvest supports the whole Bitcoin network in terms of security and making things more efficient. Especially if you're looking at it from the viewpoint of its original purpose, which is to be a trade, a currency, because we can move Bitcoin extremely fast. When we're on the BitHarvest network, it's instant. When you send Bitcoin from one account to the other, it's instant. There's no waiting time. Imagine that, huh? There's no waiting time. But guess what? When our card comes out, that's going to be, I mean, the card's already here. It's just not available. It's not available for the masses right now, but it's out. When I get that card, the BitHarvest card in my hand, it was already, unleashed. But we got that card in our hand. That's a wrap. That's it. That's game over. Then we'll be able to spend our Bitcoin, and we won't have to worry about Bitcoin as a savings, because we will be the new market makers. Why do I say market makers? Because you got to have the asset in order to make the market. You gotta have the asset, and Satoshis are going to be the new asset to conduct business and trade. Things are going to be priced in Satoshis, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it. As soon as it goes to a penny, which is 1 million. But once Satoshi goes to parity to 1 million and it keeps going up, that's when we're really going to see the power of BitHarvest and all of those numbers behind the 8th decimal. Yes, that's when we're going to see our own individual accounts. We're going to see the power of it. And your $4 a day is going to become 40 and 400. Yes, and they're 4,000. Yes. Even from the smallest, from the 100, eventually it will be that too. Eventually it won't be 50 cents a day anymore. It'll be 500 a day. Eventually over time, because it's a legacy. It's forever, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be mining forever. The BitHarvest account is something that you can leave to you can leave it to your children. Matter of fact, when your children get older, you could start them up on their own account. This is, again, in terms of building generational wealth. And then you teach them about the Bitcoin mining with BitHarvest. And if they have children, that's something, now they have multiple accounts to leave to the next generations. Multiple accounts. This is the power, this is the opportunity that presents itself with Bitcoin. Where are you going to be in the future? We're going to be stacking SATS. That's all for now. Stay tuned. More to come. Welcome to Satoshi Sundays. Right here with the Billionaires Play in Bermuda. Stick around, baby. More to come. Bless up.